my name is Marco. I'm here to talk about deploying in general. I'll talk about deploying machine learning models. It will be a webinar, uh, theoretical webinar. Okay, let's go. First of all, I need to talk about deep learning. Deep learning, it's a type of machine learning that uses neural networks. It has been quickly becoming an effective tool to solve many different computing problems, from object classification to recommendation system. Here, the idea of a system with minimal human intervention is very desired. It can learn from data, identify patterns, and make decisions. So the goal of this webinar, we will explore how to navigate these challenges and deploy deep learning models in production. What's the importance of learning deployment in production? Usually, getting trained in neural network to be deployed in applications and service can pose challenges for infrastructure managers. So when a data scientist develops a machine learning models, be it using scikit-learn, deep learning frameworks like TensorFlow, Keras, PyTorch, or custom code, convex programming, OpenCL, CUDA, the ultimate goal is to make it available in production. Okay. However, a lot of time you just want a simple way to call a REST API and get predictions using the current classifier. For example, we may just want to show how the model integrates with a user interface without worrying about setting up an environment, scaling to production, balancing load, or any of that. So data scientists analyze data and build machine learning models on their laptops. So why does deriving actual business value from machine learning remain elusive from any organization? Besides, it's easy for data scientists to build powerful models on their laptops with tools like Conda, TensorFlow, PyTorch, Keras. Business value comes from deploying machine learning models into production. Only production can a deployed model actually serves the business. And unfortunately, the path to production remains difficult for many companies. In this process, there are three actors that we must talk about. One of these is the data scientist. Another one is the application developer. And the third, IT operations team. The data scientists use specific frameworks to train machine deep learning models for various use cases that I talked about in other slides. Application developer guy integrates the trained model into the application we are developing to solve the business problem. And the IT operation team runs and manages the deployed application in the data center or cloud. This is the machine learning workflow. It's a very interesting image. We can see its three main process. The first one is the explore and process data, where we retrieve, clean and export, and prepare, transform the data. The second, it's the modeling, when we develop and train model, validate and evaluate the model. And the third one is the deployment, where we deploy to production and you monitor and update model and the data. So this is the workflow of machine learning. hard about deploying a machine learning model. The data science team works on laptops using open source tools like TensorFlow, Keras, PyTorch. They train their models with a subset of production data that fits in memory on their local machine. And after they share results with stakeholders via PowerPoint slides and emails. Not deploy REST APIs is the share object. Then, with management approval, the data science team will pass a model over the application developer team, in general software engineering, who will then rewrite the model in a production language like Java. Sometimes this causes the model outcomes to change, and it always takes a significant amount of time. Data scientists do not have the tools or expertise to deploy their own models into production. And while this approach is great for getting started, it will not generate business value. Okay, so let's assume the data science has successfully loaded and analyzed data, trained, scored, and serialized the model, and then written a predictor function for the model. This represents a significant amount of work requiring expertise in statistics, software development, and the business domain. Unfortunately, for the data scientists to then deploy this model, he or she needs to take many additional time-consuming steps, and that's the problem. In a typical system for deploying machine learning models, the model part is just a time component. We can see this figure. The model is a time fraction of overall ML system. ML system is just this, and we need all this process to complete the deployment of our model. This image was taken from Scully and all. What this means is that you cannot think about model deployment in isolation. You need to plan it at a system level. The initial deployment is not really the hard part, although it can be challenging. It's the ongoing system maintenance, the updates and experiments, the auditing and the monitoring that are where the real technical damage starts to build up. It is necessary to think carefully about your system architecture if you wish to meet the challenges outlined in this section. Once you've taken stock of your requirements, it's useful to consider some of the high-level architecture options for a machine learning system. This is not an exhaustive list, but many systems do fall into one of the following buckets. We have, in general, 4 potential machine learning system architecture. The first one, REST API. The second one, shared database. The third, streaming of mobile app. And this is a resume of all company sets of machine learning training and deployment. It's a huge options of tools that we can use for this. And this necessary a team use various of these tools. So guys, this is the webinar. I was intended to talk to you. Thank you for your presence, and I'm here to question for you.
Hi, Marco.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm Lakshmi. I have a question on so if you take AWS, on which part of that pipeline will AWS fit into? Is it the one where the software is being hosted? In the previous last slide, you had a pipeline, right?
Right. We use SageMaker in AWS. Usually, AWS has an all tool for your model, train your model, and deploy your model. Okay, you have a SageMaker when you can do all the process. It's a very interesting tool.
Okay.
Hey,
Hi.
it's me, Mohammed Ali. I just want to say thank you so much for this webinar, and I'm really looking forward to learn really worthwhile things in this webinar. Thank you so much for having this, and good luck with this webinar.
Thank you.
My name is OJ, and I want to ask a question. When does one use Docker? Because I've been hearing about Docker a lot.
Okay, you have you can use it on AWS use Docker. Okay, when you you have deployment, when you do deployment in the cloud, you will use Docker. But in like OpenVINO, the deployment on IoTs, you don't use it. It's usually on cloud. AWS use cloud or use Docker.
Okay, thanks. I get it. But sorry, you said something about like if you're trying to use TensorFlow Lite, you change the models to Java,
Yeah.
and it affects it.
Yeah.
So
It's
how
not
does
okay.
how do you go about that? Like you change the Python code, or you convert the Python code to Java.
Yeah. It's not needed to do this. I talk about this because there aren't integration with the machine learning team with the deployment team. This is a huge problem, okay? And the deployment process has been simplified the last time, and the machine learning team has been able to do the deployment. So it's not necessary to use Java. You can deploy in PyTorch or in Python, okay, in Flask. We can use some framework that it's more easy. It's not necessarily use Java, but usually when machine learning team sends the material to deployment team, they use Java, but it's not needed.
So Marco, I have a question to add on to that. So when you were talking about the implementation of Java, I was comparing it with Facebook. So Facebook, we know it detects our images and say who it is, and it will try to tag you automatically. So that is a machine learning algorithm that will be running behind, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So what you are trying to say is like the app, Facebook app, what we see will be running on Flask or JavaScript that has already that will have a trained model pushed from PyTorch or something. Is it Is it that way?
Yes, I don't know exactly PyTorch, but TensorFlow has a huge work with the components to join all with Java and turn more easy the deployment. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, thank you.
So thank you very much, everybody. And it's the end of this chat. Thank you very much.